YouTube, what's good, man? This is your guy Manny, and welcome to the Talking Sports with Manny YouTube channel. Got a great episode for you guys today. We're going to be talking tight end top 15 Dynasty rankings. So, hope you guys enjoy this. So, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's go ahead and dig in just a little bit. So, coming in at number 15 for me, I got Mike Gesicki. Now, when it comes to tight ends, let me just pause for a minute. When it comes to tight ends in Dynasty, it takes tight ends like 3 years to pop, right? Sometimes it takes the good tight ends to come in right away and start to produce, but usually it takes tight ends 3 years to pop. Now, the way I look at it is, when it comes to tight ends, I really don't know how to judge them. I really don't know how to rank them. So you gotta put somebody in. So based off of the current situation, today is March the 3rd. March the 3rd, 2023. Now, I'm not going to include any rookie tight ends like Mayer and Dalton Kincaid and people like that. So this is strictly pre-draft rankings. Now, I picked Mike Gesicki coming in at number 15 for number one. He's going to be a free agency. He's going to be leaving the Miami Dolphins, and I think he goes to the right situation. And if he does, this could mean big numbers for Mike Gesicki. He's a guy who strictly catches the ball, a guy who strictly, just plays the receiving portion of the tight end. He doesn't really care about blocking. So just a little bit about Mike Gesicki. Back in 2020, he was tight end 7, and then back in 2021, he was tight end 9. Obviously, he had a down year last season, but he's not used right in that Dolphins offense. So that's why I think he goes somewhere, maybe the Commanders, where he can be utilized and made a focal point. And if that happens, you can see Mike Gesicki skyrocket into a top 7 tight end by the end of this season. Coming in at number 14, I got David Njoku. He's a guy that I cannot stand when it comes to fantasy, but guess what? He's a tight end and he's relevant. He had a career high in receptions this past season with 58 receptions. He's a guy who was tight end 9 in 2018. He was a guy who was tight end 10 in 2022. So you can kind of see the translations there. In 2018, he had 56 receptions. In 2022, he had 58 receptions. Now, for Mike Gesicki, for David Njoku, I really don't know how things go for him, being that Watson is there now. Can Watson be that quarterback that unlocks his game? I'm not going to count on it, but guess what? When you're ranking 15 tight ends, somebody got to go at 14. So David Njoku comes in at number 14 for me. At number 13, I have a rookie from this past season, possibly the only rookie that's on this list. This is Greg Dulcich. This guy only played 10 games last year, and this year with Sean Payton, I think that they can unlock some things for Greg Dulcich. He finished as the tight end. He had 5 tight end 1 finishes, meaning, he was a top 12 tight end. So that's what I consider a top tight end finish. So he had 5 tight end 1 finishes during the season, and he only played 10 games. So if he had 5 tight end 1 finishes in half of his games, just imagine what he can do with an improved Russell Wilson and a Sean Payton behind the helm, controlling everything. I understand guys like Tim Patrick and KJ Hamler could possibly come back and be healthy, but give me Greg Dulcich. I think he balls out this season, and that's why I have him as the only rookie on my list from this past season at number 13. Coming in at number 12, he's one of those guys that you either like him or you don't. He's an acquired taste. That's Dawson Knox. He finished tight end 8 in 2021. Also, he's had 15 touchdowns in the last 2 years. That's the reason why he's a tight end 1. That's the reason why he's borderline on those like elite type guys, or that mid tier or that next tier. Maybe he's like a tier 2, tier 3-ish tight end, because of the touchdown numbers and because he plays with a Josh Allen who loves Dawson Knox. They're actually best friends. So just for that reason, because of the touchdown numbers, 15 touchdowns in 2 years is great. So as long as he continues to produce that kind of number, 7.5 touchdowns a year, yeah, he'll be in that realm of top 12 tight end. So give me Dawson Knox at number 12. At number 11, give me a guy that, when healthy, he's one of the best in the entire league. That's Darren Waller. He finished as the tight end 2 in 2020. and he finishes the tight end 3 in 2019. Now, I know it's a long time ago from 2020 to now we're entering 2023. So what can you really expect out of Darren Waller? I don't know. First of all, it depends. Maybe Aaron Rodgers goes to Vegas. And if Aaron Rodgers goes to Vegas, you want to be on the front end of having Waller now than trying to acquire Waller later. I know he's old, but at the end of the day, tight ends, like I'm telling you guys, it's hard to get production. So when it comes to Dynasty rankings, you can't really care about age too much because you more so care about production. And there's not 10 really good producing tight ends. Just kind of a crapshoot with these guys. So give me Darren Waller at number 11 just because of what he's done in the past. And if he's ever healthy, I don't know if he'll ever be healthy, but if he's ever healthy, I mean, he can be a guy that is it just bodes well for you, just solid. Now, give me Cole Kmet coming in at number 10. Now, you're probably asking me, what is Cole Kmet doing at 10? Maybe there's some other guys. It's debatable. You can say, hey, Dawson Knox is more consistent or more reliable than a Cole Kmet. But I say this, Cole Kmet in 2022, he had 7 touchdowns, career high. That's something that he can build upon. What happens if the Bears go ahead and draft a Bryce Young? Guess what? Cole Kmet's status goes up. Cole Kmet's stock goes up. So I have him here at 10. He could be higher with better quarterback play. Maybe Justin Fields finally decides, hey, man, I know how to play ball. But I just don't know. We're going to see what happens moving forward. Give me Evan Ingram at number 9. Now, you can say, come on, man. This guy just had an amazing year last year. But look, man, Evan Ingram, one of those guys, he can produce when he's in the right offense. Now, his rookie season, which is 2017, he finished as a top tight end. I think it was like tight end 4 or 5. I don't have that number in front of me, but his rookie season, he produced at a high clip. And then in 2022, he was tight end 5. So it seems like that long gap from 2017 to 2022, it was a long gap. But like I said, when this guy's in the right offense, when he's healthy, when he's fully healthy, he produces. So producing as a top 5 tight end last year in a down tight end year, I'll take it, man. He had a career high 73 receptions. And if Trevor Lawrence continues to pass the ball, if this guy is anywhere hovering between, let's say, 60 receptions to 70 receptions, it would bode well for him. His touchdown numbers can definitely go up. I'm telling people to buy Evan Ingram in Dynasty. Everybody's telling me, oh my gosh, Calvin Ridley's coming. It doesn't matter. Right now, the price to acquire a Evan Ingram is so cheap, you'll be lucky to get him for a mid-23 second. And that's worth the price of admission because if you're playing the tight end premium leagues and this guy is getting like, let's say, 1.5 points per catch or 2 points per catch, I mean, Evan Ingram can be a wild card for your team. And he's the guy that you can toss into your flex on, bye weeks and things of that nature. Coming in at number 8 is Dalton Schultz. We don't know where this guy's going to end up. He's a free agent. He's not going back to Dallas. But what happens if he ends up in a great situation? What happens if he ends up, even if he goes to a team like Kansas City, he will still get love, okay? Because Mahomes is a guy who spreads the ball, and you can see Dalton Schultz easily with a 7-touchdown type season. Now, he finished tight end 3 in 21. He finished tight end 11 in 22. He's solid. He's borderline elite. I like him a lot, especially if he's in the right system. But any young quarterback would love a tight end like this. And there's plenty of teams in this free agency that are looking for tight ends where you have Gesicki available. You have guys like Evan Ingram available, Dalton Schultz. This is a very strong class for tight ends, both in free agency and also through the draft. So I can see Dalton Schultz definitely going to a good team, and he still has a chance to produce at a high clip. Now, coming in at number 7, this is a guy that's rising, and he's rising fast. Pat Freiermuth. Moose. This guy finished tight end 8 in 22. That was the second season. This guy's going to continue to get better. As Kenny Pickett continues to get better, you can expect him to go to Freiermuth. He's a guy that's safe. He's a safe target. He's a big target. And he's a guy that Kenny Pickett is very comfortable with. That's one thing about young quarterbacks. They love that security blanket. And I can see Freiermuth rising and rising and rising. And pretty soon, maybe in about 2 seasons, we'll be talking about Pat Freiermuth being a top 4, top 5 tight end in Dynasty. And that's for a very long time. Coming in at number 6 is Dallas Goedert. He's a guy that's he's just average. He's average. You know, he's finished tight end 11 and tight end 12 the past 2 years. He's not fancy. He's not creative, but what he is he's very good and he's very consistent. This is the guy that beat out Zach Ertz. So don't sleep on a guy like Dallas Goedert. He's playing in a pretty good offense with Jalen Hurts as an improved passer. So I love his upside. He's young enough. He's 28 years old. Yes, he could be younger, but hey, 28 years old is solid for a tight end, and he's going to continue to get better. I think that his best days are ahead of him. He can definitely finish easily over tight end 11 and even tight end 12, especially if he's fully healthy. Coming in at number 5, even though he's 30 years old, George Kittle is a dog, man. This guy, 4 out of the last 5 years, he's finished either tight end 4 or better. So I love George Kittle a lot in Dynasty or in any format. Now, I'm not the biggest George Kittle fan, but you cannot deny his talent. When he's healthy, he puts up monster numbers. George Kittle will give you about a 3 or 4 game stretch of where he gives you some amazing numbers. And if you get those numbers on the right week, you have won your week. So give me George Kittle at number 5. At number 4, you got Mark Andrews, 4 out of the last 5 years. So in the last 4 years, I would say he's finished tight end 5, tight end 6, tight end 1, tight end 4. This guy is good. This guy is solid. He's 27 years old. He has plenty more football to go. This guy is as solid as it comes. And I'm telling you guys, Mark Andrews is a beast. Mark Andrews is a dog. Coming in at number 3, you got TJ Hockenson, man. TJ Hockenson finished tight end 5 in 2020. This guy is great. This guy is solid. Also, finished as tight end 2 in 22. So he's giving you some tight end 5 or better finishes, right? And last year, he had 86 receptions, 914 yards, 6 touchdowns. Why are we disrespecting TJ Hockenson? It's time to start to think of TJ Hockenson as a guy that's possibly better than the guy I'm about to talk about at number 2. Really, he should be number 2, but for dynasty purposes, I keep TJ Hockenson at number 3 just because of production. He's 25 years old. He's going to continue to get better. He's going to continue to put up monster numbers. So I love TJ Hockenson at this spot. At number 2, we got Kyle Pitts. He's 22 years young, and he finished tight end 6 in his first year. Now, one thing that I like about Kyle Pitts is that he has some kind of crazy value that everybody loves. You can sell Kyle Pitts for more than what you can sell for TJ Hockenson. So based off of the value and what Kyle Pitts brings to the table, he's definitely a guy that you want to go ahead and grab in startups. If you don't grab him in a startup, he's so expensive, but the value for Kyle Pitts is so high, being 22 years old. That is the sole and only reason why I have him over a guy like TJ Hockenson. Last year, he didn't play well, but what happens if he actually gets a quarterback? What happens if they actually get a coach that wants to give the ball to Kyle Pitts? So for a very long time, Kyle Pitts can be a tight end 1, possibly for the next 7 to 8 years. So that's why you want to get in on the Kyle Pitts early, then get in on him later. Now, the last guy on my list, the guy that came in number 1, is the GOAT of all GOATs, the GOATs of all tight ends, and that's Mr. Travis Kelce. 6 times out of the last 7 years, he has finished as the tight end 1 overall. The only year that he did not finish tight end 1 was the year that Mark Andrews finished tight end 1. And even then, it was by a slim margin. I mean, they were neck and neck. So literally, this guy could have had 7 straight seasons of tight end 1. The reason why he's still number 1 on my list, even being at 33, 34 years old, is because he is the GOAT. I don't care about the age when it comes to tight end. If I can get a Travis Kelce in the 3rd, 4th round of a startup, I'm doing it every single time, because you know, when this guy is on the field and he's healthy and he's with Patrick Mahomes, he's getting anywhere between 80 to 90 to even 100 receptions. He's getting anywhere from 900 to 1,300 yards receiving. He's getting anywhere from 7 to 13, 14 touchdowns. He is that good. He's better than a lot of wide receiver 1s and a lot of wide receiver 2s. And if you're talking about tight end premium, this guy is scoring better than most quarterbacks, especially if it's 1.5 or 2 points per reception for tight end. So grab you some Travis Kelce while you can. Even though he's old, I trust him. Travis Kelce's a dog, and you want to grab you some Travis Kelce. So, guys, this is my time. If you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like. Please drop a comment. Let me know if you agree with this list, if this list could have been better. I will catch you guys on that next video. Subscribe. Please share. And also turn on that notification bell so that way you get videos when I drop them. I'm out. Peace.